Respect, not your genuine love, respect page. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. I hope all is well on your end. Protect your energy because not everybody's ever in your time. You know, when you a child of God, you don't got to sit here and fake ass like nobody when God is working in your favor and God is allowing you to see that you could become your best self vision of yourself from, when you was a child point of view, when you were sexually assaulted and dealing with domestic violence and being discriminated against and dealing with trauma on top of trauma, and it went into your adulthood dealing with trauma on top of trauma, down to family, unhealthy relationships, sicknesses. You put a name to your book. And when you're elevating, becoming your best self vision of yourself, they don't understand how God is working in your favor. They'll sit there and question you and say to you that God would not work in your favor. But God's been working in your favor, and it's a bond that they will never be able to understand, that the bond that you have with God, and God is allowing you to become your best self vision of yourself, to elevate, and you don't have to have malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you, and fake gas like nobody. When you're really genuinely at peace with yourself, to be in tune with yourself, to respect your neighbor, because that was part of God's plan. You know that bond that you have with God, an unbreakable bond, a bond that is so unique within unique, that when everybody walked away from you, the only person that had your back was God. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. When God shows you the proper guidance, because you was walking by faith, not by sight, so you don't understand how you're elevating, becoming your best self vision of yourself. You know when everybody was rooting for you to fail, overlook you, when you looked out for them, on days when you didn't understand yourself, but you were still being patient with everybody else, but they still took your kindness for weakness, but no good intentions. It's a thought process for me. Sitting there, judge a book by its cover, you're only playing in your own face respectfully, especially when that person doesn't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards you or others around them. It's called respect. It's a two-way street. It's okay if that child is elevating on God's timing. Let them elevate on God's timing in their own lane. They're not trying to project negative energy on you or who you have around you. It's a difference. When God is working in that child of God's life for them to elevate, become their best self vision of themselves, they're showing you they can elevate and not have to go back and forth with you with words because you're questioning how God is working in their favor. How is this possible? How is this child of God smiling every day? How is this child of God continue to get up every time I try to put this child of God down? That spell work didn't work that they did it. It went right back to sender. Now you mad? Now you want your change back? It will never be an even exchange. Especially when a person warns you multiple times, leave that innocent person alone with that spell work. Stop already. It's the mindset for me. How you trying to become your best self vision of yourself if you keep bothering the innocent person? You're only stopping your growth, and I say that respectfully. Leave innocent people alone. Trying to project negative energy on an innocent person that's trying to elevate. Because you don't understand their bond that they have with God. They don't have to do spell work with you to go back and forth to compete with you at the end of the day. That's too much energy. It's too much. They understand that some with God's plan at the end of the day, with God's protection, God's going to guide them to better days ahead. And God's going to continue to allow them to elevate. And God's going to continue to allow them to see that there are better days ahead. Don't you see that child of God elevating? Becoming their best self vision of themselves? Wow. It looks good on them today. They don't want their neighbor to be a hater in disguise. They want their neighbor to elevate too. But their neighbor is just too caught up in the fact that they're hating in disguise and they can't get in tune with themselves. Instead of removing the hate from within and get in tune with themselves, to love themselves, to respect themselves, maybe they can elevate one day. It's the mindset for me. Be careful when you're judging a book by its cover. You're only playing in your own face. And I say that respectfully, especially when it's an innocent person. Know the difference. Protect your energy because not everybody's there for your time. And it's okay that if you don't understand the fact that God is working in that child of God's life, it's okay. It's not meant for you to understand. But it's meant for the genuine ones that's truly for this person to understand. because it's a bond that God allowed them to unite with each other for the right reasons, because God sent genuine people into their life to respect them, genuine people into their life to love them, genuine people into their life that's going to be a two-way street when it comes to praying together, not going against each other, elevating together and showing each other like, hey, I got your back, good day, bad, misunderstanding day. You know, teamwork make the dream work, something that you can't get in tune with. It's the mindset for me. How you trying to elevate at the end of the day? You too busy being a hater. It's not going to be part of your plan, because it was never part of your plan. Because you don't want to get in tune to who you are. You'd rather to continue to be a hater in disguise and watch from the sideline. It's just thought process for me. Leave that innocent person alone. Leave innocent people alone. God sends genuine people into that child of God's life to love them, respect them, value their time in a healthy way with no malicious intentions, and it's a two-way street to respect each other. It's a two-way street. That's why you are hate in disguise, because nobody wants to be around you. Look at the energy that I'm dished out to the universe at the end of the day. It's a thought process for me. Don't nobody want that around them if they trying to elevate. It's a thought process for me. Painting your own illusions as to how you know somebody at the end of the day. As to that's not even a description of them. That's not who they are. You put that description of them there. It's the thought process for me. Putting a description up to somebody that's not truly them, that's false advertisement, ma'am, sir, whoever you are. Hey, child of God, continue to elevate. You know, when God sends the right people into your life to genuinely love you, genuinely respect you for who you truly are, you're walking by faith, not by sight. So as those trauma doors and them doors that are not meant for you into that hating disguise, now they're blocked off because they ain't got good intentions, trying to go back and forth with you with words, but God's paying attention. And God saw the third-party conversations they was having about you, let alone private conversations that they was having about you. Still judging a child of God. It's a thought process for me. We're supposed to respect our neighbor. Pray together, not go against our neighbor. Going against our neighbor was never part of God's plan. Respectfully. It takes a village to raise a child, right? And also takes a community to respect one another. Respect is a two-way street. It's the mindset for me, how the enemy allows you to believe going against your neighbor was part of God's plan, and when it was never part of God's plan. But you wouldn't understand it because you don't have self-awareness to understand yourself today. But in the process of you not knowing and being a hate in disguise, just stay in your lane. While that child of God continues to elevate. It's just thought process for me. You know, as you walk by faith, not by sight, and as God's guide you to better days ahead, you understand the sun within the sun once you get to your destination. As you're being revealed to where you are. Being grateful, but then being grateful for all the things that you asked for. They still don't understand how God is working in your favor. And this whole entire time, you never had malicious intentions towards them. You just wanted them to elevate. But they couldn't understand themselves to respect you, to understand and trust your word. When a hate in disguise is in competition with you. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you have to be sure you respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. Protect your energy because not everybody's ever your time. It's the thought process for me. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or personal malicious intentions. Psych you out your thought process, loading your freedom on your outside in your pockets at the end of the day. Because they got malicious intentions. Protect your energy because not everybody's ever your time. And protect your energy because they were saying fake gaslight you and act like they so in tune with God. And the whole entire time they're not even in tune with God. It's a thought process for me. They got different types of gods, right? They got the good gods and they got the evil. And we don't shake with the evil. Have a nice day. That's the thought process for me. Love yourself. Love yourself. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day and have a safe raining week. And here's the thought process for me. Have a safe day. Have a safe raining weekend. Wow, before you know it, the week gonna be here. And today's only Tuesday. And I'll be saying it's Thursday. I'll be posting every 2 days. Check out my content. I actually appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Protect your energy because not everybody deserving your time. Not your genuine love, respect.